Welcome everybody to How Fast Will It Go, and today we're dealing with the 1967 Volkswagen Karmann Ghia. Now this has 960 horsepower, 630 pounds-feet of torque from a 4-litre flat-6 twin-turbocharged engine. The car itself weighs 2,026 pounds, has all-wheel drive, and it can only do 60 in 2.615 seconds. And 0 to 104.750 seconds. So yeah, this could well be the slowest car that we're going to have on this series, but that's purely because of the lack of power, not because of weight, because it has very little weight of it, or aerodynamics, because it is a very low slung, very curved vehicle. So yeah, but regardless, however fast it's going to go, it's going to be way quicker than it was originally, because it couldn't even do 100 mile an hour in stock form. So yeah, regardless, let's get out there and see what it can do. Certainly a lot quicker than it ever was originally as well, in terms of acceleration. And, yeah, way past its original top speed. 190, it's 200. It's 220, 225, 230, 232. 3, 4. I'm going to say 4 there. We were blipping 235, but we weren't really holding that amount of speeds, just back and forth. So 234 though is still pretty impressive for a car like this. It's only 3 mile an hour off the Jeep Willys MB, so yeah, or Willys MB Jeep even. But yeah, still pretty impressive. Let's see if we can hold at 235. At all, because the rest of this motorway together, which obviously isn't all that much, and then we've got the other side as well to go on. Yeah, I'm saying that's fairly impressive even for now, so yes, it's the slowest car that we've had on the series so far, but quite frankly, given the fact it's not even got 1,000 horsepower like most vehicles in this series do, it's nothing to be ashamed of, especially given, you know, 80 mile an hour in this car in stock form would have been a brisk experience. So 235 or 234 is still fairly solid. Clip the central reservation there, which is never a good idea. Trying to keep up speed. It just doesn't seem to have the torque really though to deal with the gradients on this side, although we are getting quite close to our original top speed. It certainly seems to have turned into a drift machine though, which is quite hilarious, quite frankly. Yeah, we just do not have the torque really to deal with the gradients on this side of the motorway. 630 pounds-feet of torque really isn't all that much when you're dealing with more than 200 mile an hour speeds. Yeah, even though this is the slowest car that we've had, it's not by a wide margin. You know, it's not like it only barely cracked 200. But yeah, 234 miles an hour is our final top speed, so that is 3 miles an hour slower than the previous slowest vehicle, the Willys MP Jeep, 4 mile an hour slower than the Morgan freewheeler, and 5 mile an hour slower than the Austin Healey 3000 Mark III, and yeah, it's about 11 miles an hour slower than the Volkswagen Beetle, upon which is his base. So yeah, for whatever reason this is slightly slower than a Beetle, not quite sure why. Would have thought the sporty version of the basis for the Beetle would have been you know, better than the non-sporty version, but regardless, that's just the way it is. It all depends on gearing and how the power is put down on the road. So yeah, but that's still fairly impressive, and it didn't have any real issues in terms of handling, despite dealing with way more power than it had originally, as well as obviously dealing with way more in the way of acceleration and speed. So yeah, overall impressed by this car, especially given, you know, having far more power than it ever had, and yeah, as well also the fact that it weighs very little. A lightweight car like this that is as old as this can obviously come into some issues. So yeah, I'm fairly impressed by it, even if it is the slowest car that we've ever had. So yeah, nonetheless, thanks for watching. and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.